Hello y'all, we are late in the game reviewing Stranded Deep, an open world survival game developed by Australian-based independent game developer Beam Team Games. Seemingly taking place in the Bermuda Triangle, you take control of a plane crash survivor fighting to stay alive by collecting various resources, building and crafting items, and scavenging the many islands and wrecks littered around your world. This all in effort to defeat the bosses of the deep and escape back to civilization. After many articles, blogs, posts, videos, comments, questions, we have come up with 31 of the top inquiries that you, the dedicated gamer, have asked about. Some of these you may disagree with or feel we missed something more important, and we would love to know down in the comments below. In any case, let us know how you like this video and our rating system. It is almost impossible to rate anything without bias of some sort, but as we look through this list, we will score it as appropriately as we can, giving us our playability score, comparing this to its current price to give us our wallet rating. But we'll get into that a little bit more later on. Right now, let's dive right into the 5 key interface queries. Right away, Stranded Deep gets 2 points for the ability to use a controller or mouse and keyboard, and another 2 points for the option to hot swap most of the input controls. Another 2 for the simple, straightforward menus, making it very easy to navigate, but only 1 point for finding relevant information, as you currently have no legend or table of contents in the main menu or in-game. Only when we go in-game can we get an item description from something we have discovered and put into our inventory, but with no list or table to save your new knowledge or give you a more detailed item description. Lastly, 2 points for the easy controls, not taking but 5 to 10 minutes to get used to, especially due to the hot swap abilities. This does give Stranded Deep an impressive 9 out of 10 points available in the input category. But now let's see if audio can turn it up. The music throughout the game, although limited tracks, does give you the proper feeling for a desert island survival game, but as it truly only changes for gameplay when sharks are around, it doesn't seem fair to award 3 points, so we'll dock it 1. Stranded Deep comes back swinging for 3 points in the sound effects matching the actions being taken. These all are sounding very believable but are delayed in certain actions, giving it 1 point, bringing audio to 8 out of 10 points available. Nothing to shake your head at here. Transposing into graphics, we do have a plethora of 18 settings with laptop and presets available, rendering 3 points for Stranded Deep. And even the low settings leave you wanting to see more of each biome and island, but does get to be repetitive and expected as the copy and paste becomes more and more apparent with each playthrough. Overall though, this game is a visual spectacle, leaving you transfixed in its dynamic weather visuals and beautifully made biomes. Gotta drop another point here, as the graphics will sometimes do the same, with some current glitching and texture drops, but is looking quite clean with an 8 out of 10 score. So far, Stranded Deep is sitting pretty with 25 out of 30 points available from the last 3 categories, but now as we move into the storyline and gameplay, can it hold up to scrutiny? All in all, if you're looking for a story-driven game chock full of amazing cinematic cutscenes and dynamic character bios, then Stranded Deep is not the game for you. That being said, the 2-minute intro into the game, that has been cut down significantly from the original version, does let you know right off the bat that you are screwed, and after waking up staring at endless water and small islands, you do know what you're playing, but minus 2 points for not really having a storyline. Again, with no background given to the characters or any character-specific skills, we still do have 2 main objectives at all time: survive and escape. Once you defeat the 3 bosses of the deep, you will gain the means to escape. Just a sidebar, I think this would really be improved by milestone side quests to visit and build on certain islands, for instance, or possibly resource collecting tasks. Alas, nothing, so 2 for number 2. On to number 3, yes, the character does change, depending on what your main focus is, crafting, cooking, hunting, and so on, while failing to remember to watch for dangerous animals or eating too much of the wrong thing will make the game more difficult, for a short while. Simply craft the necessary item and you're right as rain again with no real impact to your character. The recently added RPG quality of the survival watch, along with being able to complete the same task from a different approach, is its only savior, gathering together 2 points. But most important, replayability. When we play a title, there is nothing better than being able to play again with different paths available or different endings. Once you have completed Stranded Deep and completed the available achievements, most will be on to the next survival builder. But you, the player, hold the power here. By continuing to upload countless creations to the Steam Workshop, you have resuscitated this title time and time again, bringing us all back to this beautiful desert island nightmare. Keep up the awesome creations. 3 points to number 4 thanks to all of you, bringing the storyline total to 10 out of 20 points, and the overall to 35 out of 50. Not looking good for Stranded Deep so far, but before you cast away this game, let's look at the main round, gameplay. 12 main inquiries here for half of all points available makes this the make or break category here for any title. And right away, Stranded Deep scavenges 2 points with multiple ways to survive by looting items or a more self-sufficient farming style, as well as several different cooking options and different materials to build with. Yet with no real character values other than your Never Die watch, or any side quest to choose from, it is left up to you and the community's island creation and individual survival style to set you apart. Again, your workshop items save the day for 2 points. Now, what about the game itself? Many titles came out in the last decade of the survival game craze, some being a bit more polished than others. But where Stranded Deep really hits home is his iconic Castaway references, including the Volleyball and DeadX packages. That, coupled with the ability to explore and build in what can only be described as the Bermuda Triangle, 3 points is definitely warranted. The loading screen is quite quick, and with only one, as the world renders out around you at specified distances during gameplay, with no pesky storyline cinematics to get in the way. 2 points. Very important to any game to be able to give a command and it is executed with flawless certainty. The movement mechanics of the character and items seem to be on point for the most part. Opening your backpack with your reticle near a crate can be iffy, as well as some of the building mechanics needing some love. Gets number 5, 3 points. Being forced to evolve our gameplay is quintessential to keeping most people interested in the game. Stranded Deep does an adequate job at this, with resources being sparse at points, forcing us to make decisions on the fly, or the several different hunting methods we can choose depending on the danger. Other than that, most players will not find much else, giving number 6 a boorish 2 points. With an endless list of things to do in this game between gathering necessary items, building up your camps and vehicles, or scavenging and exploring islands and sea wrecks, any hour of playtime shows the progress and dedication of the player. 5 out of 5 here. Onto the RPG qualities we keep referring to, we have a total of 5 skills our character can become progressively better at, shortening the time it takes, or boosting an attribute like damage through hunting and physique, or how filling food will be by cooking it, reinforced with the ability to choose different tools or weapons for a similar task, scavenging, farming, and several ways of collecting resources like snares, traps, farms, or hunting and gathering. You can become better through understanding the different ways to complete a task, and applying them situationally, grouping together 3 points for RPG rewards. As far as punishments go, it's a resounding no, as most, arguably all, are easily rectified and do no lasting damage to your character. Get poisoned, break a leg, stay in the sun all day? Don't worry, just grab the necessary resources and you're good to go, as if you could just walk off a compound fracture or a massive shark bite. The only thing that seems to show punishment over time is your outfit, giving number 9 a punishing 1 point. But even though there are no real punishments for messing up, you can't expect to just walk through this game. Unless in creative mode, you do need to learn from your mistakes to keep from the verge of death. Forget something as simple as collecting or bringing necessary resources can easily send you into a life or death scramble to find that one last PP plant you swear you saw on that other island over there. Once you are firmly set up, there is little to worry about save shark attacks, the occasional drowning, or falling to your death. Really add some excitement with the hard options and permadeath that erases your game when you die to really put a smile on. Moving on to modifications, that is a big yes, with tons of islands created by you, still uploading more and more every day to make this game unique, replayable, and immersive each time. Really, keep up the awesome work, everyone. But is there enough in-game for another playthrough? Yes, this is a game that once you beat it, regardless of a lack of storyline, you will want to come back with a new personal objective, new islands, and keep building your own virtual vacation, complete with everything but Tom Hanks himself. This puts Stranded Deep on edge in the low 70s, but before we get to see if this game is worth its wallet weight, let's look at the 3 most important game killers. Everything in this game is relevant to what you would expect down to the mythological boss fights, keeping the Bermuda Triangle mystery theme. So no issues there. However, there are several minor bugs, like jumping into a boat, rendering through objects that shouldn't be rendered through, levitating spears, zombie boars, and more. But nothing we have found is detrimental to the game, making it unplayable or overtly frustrating. So only a 5-point game killer, bringing Stranded Deep's playability score to a 67 out of 100. That, coupled with its $15 USD price tag, gives this game 20 extra points, giving us a wallet rating of 87 or a B+, which I do believe is warranted. The amount you can do in this game, with the enjoyability of the gameplay, its unique type of game value, and its moderately low price tag, this is definitely a game you should consider buying. My personal rating of this game does match up, as I give it an 8 out of 10. I love everything this game has become, and with the new stable version recently announced by Beam Team Games, which I know is about as useful as a flare gun in game, I am excited to see the result of 2 Aussies, 5 years of development, and a bunch of your creations. Personally, I really enjoyed the structure of this game review, and hope you did too. Please let me know down in the comments below, and make sure you hit the like button if you did enjoy this video, and subscribe for more unbiased game reviews, laid back gameplay, and tutorials. Remember, we were late in the game, but better late than never. Have a great play.